Hello there, this is my channel Tugustu Zarihun. Try to support and motivate me by subscribing my channel. I will continue today's lesson with one of the branch of artificial intelligence, which is machine learning. Here, though there is no hard and vast way of identifying the field of AI, the following groups can be considered as a branch of artificial intelligence. The first branch of artificial intelligence is machine learning. What do you mean by machine learning? It is the study of computer algorithms that enable the computer to learn from data and improve itself without being explicitly programmed, it says. Possible to learn machines in today's technology, thanks to the technology. The computers can understand letters, numbers, statements. They can understand a sentence or in general a data. They can understand in previous time only numbers. When you think about the data, they can understand the computers only numbers. But nowadays they can understand also problems. That it's possible to make learn machines, to train machines by using data and sharing our reasoning, sharing our generalization. It's possible to mimic machines like human, to mimic humans intelligence. What does it mean? Sharing our experience, sharing our reasoning, sharing our generalizations. For instance, the characteristics of humans is reasoning and generalizing, not for machines. But in today's technology, it's possible to give a reasoning and generalizing by enabling the computer to learn from data and improve itself without being explicitly programmed. Machine learning algorithms learn from experience. They can learn from experience. It's possible to share knowledge and they can use the knowledge that is stored under a database. That database is an algorithm. In today's technology, it's possible to make machines to train and to mimic like humans. The machines can act like human or the machines I think like humans means possible the machines to train themselves. Unlike conventional computer algorithms with explicit instructions that are followed by the computer to solve a problem, computers can solve a problem. First, they can understand and they can learn from human and they can solve problem. Machine learning algorithms allow the computer to train on a simple data inputs. How they can learn? By giving a small sample data, by giving sample data or by feeding a data to the system, it's possible to teach and train them, train the machines, and they can think or they can perform like humans. A model that is built from a sample data will then be used to make predictions that are useful for decision makings. Model that is stored under a system is used for decision making. Decision making is the characteristics of humans, not for machines. But in today's technology, by training the computer, it's possible to make a decision. The computers enable them to make decisions. For instance, fraud detection is a characteristic of humans. For instance, there are non-legal users in Ethio Telecom. How can we identify illegal users from legal users? By using a software like fraud detection, it's possible to detect unknown users or known users from the database. In the same to in other databases. First, the machine can train or learn the already known records inside the database. Then, the fraud detection identifies. In a bank system, the account book number owners are stored in a database. Then, the system can identify the new or unknown or unauthorized users if there is. The fraud detection works like this. The recommendation systems can work like humans. It gives a recommendation in any of management working systems. The email spam detector identifies unwanted or illegal or unsolicited emails from the known or wanted emails. The spam detector works on such occasions. The speech recognition, it works or identifies the speech of the users. Are some of the examples of application of machine learning. Here the fraud is the historical data empirical to one fraud detection using machine learning. The fraud historical data is stored on the machine and the machine can learn. Then the fraud predictive model gives decision making. Then the fraud detected is performed. The second branch of artificial intelligence is robotics. Robotics, when we say robots, is the study of machines called robots that substitute tasks that are traditionally done by human beings. When we say machines act like human being or perform like human being means first they can train from humans. Who produces these robots? Humans themselves. Therefore, when we say robotics, it's the study of machines called robots that substitute tasks that are traditionally done by human beings. It is done only by human beings. Over the past few decades, robots have been used mainly in replacing human labor in routine and mundane activities, such as those that are found in a car manufacturing assembly lines. Robots are also used in environments that are considered hazardous to human beings, like handling radioactive wastes, underwater, and space exploration. Mostly why we produce such technologies to help humans. The humans themselves produce these machines, these robots, because of it's difficult to participate humans in radioactive wastes that they use robots. In underwater, they use robots, and their space exploration is not maybe easy for space exploration that they use the robots. Why they produce to help humans in such difficult tasks? The robots are produced. In car factory also used to produce cars as the figure shows. Uh, in car factory they assemble the car, they can test and produce a car in car factory. The same to in computer factories. In computer companies, it produce motherboards, variety of motherboards, tests and produce the robots. The robots in a car manufacturing assembly line, it says. Similarly, the application of robots in the household is also becoming common. Possible to use also at home levels. Nowadays, robots are used at home to do chores. For instance, there are machines they can wash human clothes. They work like humans, the machines. The robot vacuum cleaner, for instance, it is a machine. It works like human. It cleans human home. Is a well known. For instance, the best example here is the example of application of robots in homes. There are a robot vacuum cleaner shown in figure 2.3 is a well known example of the application of robots in homes. It is used robots also.